morning, good day, and good night. Welcome to Positive Rate. Hope you're all doing well today. Big shout out to Johnny Monty's joining us. Been a while, Johnny. Having a lovely to see you. Mrs. Tippy and her, I can see that purple plane. I can see it. And a huge welcome to Nighthawk as well, putting together yet another fantastic flight plan for us today. We are, as you can tell, back in the L17 Bravo. It's got a smoke system. I like smoke systems. But yeah, big shout out to everybody today. Always great to see fellow flyers and aviators along with me today, and I got this new kind of screen too. So just to say a big hello to everyone. You can see me in all my glory. I've lost my beard, by the way. I've shaved it. It's growing back slowly, but I keep scaring myself when I see myself in the mirror at the moment. It's great. I'm great for scaring children as well. You can hire me by the hour. Just let me know. So we will go into the route today at some point. Now we are hopefully expecting Nick from Hangar Studios 713 to join us today. He may have forgotten. I'll be honest with you. I talked to him. He likes to be reminded the night before, and I actually forgot to send him that reminder. So he's probably snoozing in his bed. But if he shows up, we'll have a good old chat about the route and everything that we're doing today. So yeah. Hopefully you're going to enjoy today's flight of the sceneries. Amazing. Really amazing. Really looking forward to this, actually. Let's bring that music down a wee bit more. Anyway, we'll get into the... oh, that's the wrong one. Hang on. So the route is available in the show notes. Also, there's a really detailed flight plan if you're interested in the pub, which was posted by Nighthawk. And there's a whole raft of free scenery. A bit late, obviously, to do anything about that now. But if you ever want to tour the Philippines on your own in the future, there's some really good scenery. I've only had time to load where we currently are, which is Legazpi. He probably slept in. He remembered last night. No worries. It's okay. It's all right. I'm sure he'll drop in if he has an opportunity. Anyway, let's get into our route. So we are starting at Legazpi. This is the South Philippine Islands of sorts. Lots of volcanoes. Really interesting scenery, and it's a bit of island hopping, which is really cool. So we're going over to Calibo. We may not land at every airport, and we may not be able to finish the entire route. It really depends on how quickly we can get through this, but we're going to fly as much of it as we can. But all being well, we'll continue on right to the south to Dumaguete there, and eventually up to Lapu-Lapu. Love that name. Intersecting the BHL VOR. I don't know. I don't have VOR radio today. I just have the GPS, so I'm going to be counting on that and the kind of fudged PMS GTN 750 autopilot, which will help alleviate some of my worries today. But yeah, it's pretty much what it is. There is a downloadable flight plan as well in the show notes if you want to get up and running quickly. Otherwise, just do what everyone else does and just follow along. So we'll hop it. I've already got the airplane powered up. And this obviously has very good batteries as well, which I didn't even think about. Just quick cycle of the throttle there, and of course a big hello to all of you. I love this one. Is it gonna work? Hello! There you go. Thank you, Mrs. Doubtfire. Appreciate it. A bit of a delayed reaction there. I hope that's not, no. Anyway, frame rate. By the way, we had a bit of a disastrous last couple streams. 2020 had frame rate issues. 2024 had frame rate issues. I think I identified the problem, and I know what was causing it. It was something on how I was using the auto FPS limiter. So I've messed around with it a bit, and I think I found a sweet spot. Cross fingers, but hopefully it should be all right. As you probably have seen, I did a performance test on 2024. Exactly the same setup, all the same programs loaded, just to see if I could get a difference in it, and it was absolutely fine. So I don't know. Can't explain it. The only difference is now there's multiplayer aircraft. I don't know if that's causing performance issues, but we'll find out soon. Nighthawk says, I'm curious how pilots get in and out of the Navion. They hop in, you know, like TJ Hooker style. They just pop it open and like slide on in. That's how I think. Anyway, let's get the sim noises up here. And we'll get this big beast loaded up here so we get the fuel on. And alternate on, and with a little bit of throttle. Clear prop. Am I missing something? Oh, I think I've killed my battery, you know that. Let's try Control E, see if that helps. Yes, I have absolutely indeed killed my battery. Okay. I don't know how to quickly reset that. Right, so we'll just load back in. Anyway, talks amongst yourselves. So I thought for a second I was getting away with it because I could see the all the electronics were still working, but no, there's no power. And then just as I tried to turn it, like everything went off. I'm like, oh, okay, dokie. What a goof, eh? So that's all right. We'll just quickly come back in here. Tis a wee moment. Anyways, how is everybody? Hope your week has gone well. It's still very cold today in Scotland. It's supposed to be getting warmer, but we've got, it's very sunny, but we just have this brutal cold wind that's been blasting us all week, and I'm starting to get a wee bit depressed. How Scottish can you say it? A wee bit depressed. So hopefully the warmer weather is coming soon, because this is technically our spring. We should be well into spring right now, so we tend to usually see temperatures upwards of 15, 16 degrees. But at the moment it's like 5 and windy, which is yucky. Okay, keep an eye out for B4 Gunner. If you see him, that means Nick is among us. And I'll see if I can get him onto the voice chat. To have a... Oop, lost all my GPS stuff now. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Might have to reload the flight plan again, that's the only thing. Alright, first things first. Let's get this airplane started. So we don't have to worry about the battery concern anymore. Oh, yeah. And clear prop. Okay, now we can bring the avionics on. Import from file. Okay, right, so now go to utilities and want to go down to the autopilot, and we'll set out to 3,000 feet today, guys. Let's go with that. Watch for mountains, though. That's all I can say. Switch that over to GPS mode there. Perfect. Okay, turn on the transponder as well. Okay, landing lights on, we're about to move. Everything else is looking good. Take the parking brakes off and we'll start rolling to the runway here. Don't mind if I drive over you, slice and dice you, do you? And so far so good. We got great frame rates at the moment, so. I'm just going to pause there because of the throttle on this wrong side. desk is very cluttered today. It's a very busy day at work, and I forgot to... No. There we go. Okay. Shall we roll out to the runway, guys? Let's get all lined up. Make good use of the smoke system today. I think it should look pretty fantastic. But frames are looking absolutely great today. Nice and stable. Take up a position here. Let's get everyone a chance to... Parking brakes on. Give everyone a chance just to help get lined up with us. But it's a stunning area. I mean, I love this. What I was blown away by is that volcano in the background. You'll see that when we were coming in. It looks so cool. Really impressive. Absolutely amazing. That is really good. So we're no longer broken frame rates. Hopefully that sustains for the entire stream. I see no reason why it shouldn't. I have done lots of performance testing on and offline, and I'm hoping it just looks okay now. Got some sort of weird overlay. I got this, see this, guys? I got this weird overlay, look. My name keeps popping up. I think it's Discord that's doing it. I don't know how to turn it off. It's annoying me. Oh, Johnny's got a quite a cool looking airplane there, actually. Okay. Are we ready, guys? Oh, that's fine. Alright, I'll take lead. A little bit of power there. Up we go. A little bit of crosswind today. I've got real weather on, so I might be turning that off at some point. It's not the easiest airplane to handle in the wind. 80 knots, a little bit back pressure on the stick. And up she goes. Gear up. Fantastic. Okay, we'll get the... We'll wait until everyone takes off first. So I can see everyone's moving now. Oh, I got a traffic warning too. That's cool. Now, I don't think this track's altitude, so you just have to kind of hit it when you hit 3,000, more or less. But it will hold the attitude, which is okay. Bringing props back a bit. Yeah, she's really shaking. I think that's the wind, so I'll probably go to clear weather at some point. See if the nav works for us here. Probably not, because we're not on an intercept path, which is directly behind us. So actually what we need to do is turn back and fly directly over the runway again. So we'll do that now. We took off in the wrong direction. It's really shaky. You catch up. Oh, the sim crashed. Oh no. Okay, hopefully that sorts itself out soon. Alright, let's try autopilot nav again, see if that works this time. Oh, there we go. Looks like we've captured. Let's go to VS mode and let's not go 700 feet per minute down the way. Let's go 800 feet per minute up the way. Lost Johnny. Where's he gone? Johnny, have you disappeared on us? Still see Nighthawk anyway. Alright. We'll hold at 2,000 for now. As I said, I don't think this tracks altitude properly, but we can auto ride it or override it by hitting the alt button there. That'll keep us where we are. Let's slow things down a bit. Just give Mississippi a chance to load back in. See Nighthawk, I can't see Johnny though. Oh, there he is. He's up higher than I realized. And off we go. Let's see if GTN moving map is working today. Maybe, possibly, hopefully. You can always load into the next airport. Yeah, okay, no worries. I'll bring up the speed again, that's fine. Thanks for that, Mississippi, appreciate it. There we go. Oh, that's working, okay. That'll give us a nice overview of where we are, that's cool. It wasn't working very well the last time I tried to use the GTN module. I have no idea what the problem was. So we will be flying over water at some point, but let's just get a really good look around. Lots of airports in the Philippines, like an incredible amount of airports. Now, this may have a lot to do with the fact that it was a fairly substantial military base. I believe there still is quite a bit of U.S. presence there as well. But it's absolutely covered in runways, and a lot of them are pretty big as well. Speaking of which, next week will be our last airport that we arrive at. Hopefully it's large enough. We'll be jumping back into, I haven't flown it in a long time, PMDG 737. Heading on to our next international destination. Actually, I don't know if you'd had any thoughts about this Nighthawk, but let's look at a map together. Like, you suggested Brunei, didn't you? I'm just putting this up. So, yeah, we're here right now. We're about there. I think we're going to end up, depending where we are, we'll probably end up about there. So, we got two choices. We could go to Brunei. Or we could go to Indonesia, or we could even go to Papua New Guinea, around there kind of thing. It's really up to us. Ultimately, I want to end up in Australia at some point, because we do have Australian viewers, and I'd like to do a bit of tour of Australia. We will then be going to New Zealand, and then on to Fiji, and then it gets really interesting over the next little while, because we are going to be island hopping quite virtually across a good chunk of the Atlantic. Pitcairn Islands, and it gets a little bit sparse as well by the time we get close to South America, so yeah, it should be good. Now, the good thing about this is there's airports at every destination, so that's not an issue, because that's pretty much the only way that people that live on these islands have a chance. We could, however, go up kind of Hawaii way, but yeah, we've got lots of options there. So anyway, if anybody has any preferences over the next while where they'd like to visit, just let us know. Brunei is the next one. Okay, that's fine. Johnny says, very cool. I've been learning how to fly the PMDG 737-600. It's still work in progress, is it? Yeah, it's once you get your head around it, it's a fantastic airplane. And it's quick as well, relatively quick. It's got a good range too, the 600. The 600's actually got the longest range out of all of them, even though it's the smallest. Because it's basically the same engines, but just a lot less weight to contend with. Oh, this Tippy's back up, I can see her. She's back in the Navion. You're having a blast flying it? Good. It is. It's well made, Johnny. It honestly, PMDG is. They're one of the pedigree flight simulator add-on companies, and they have been for quite some time, better part of 20 years, I would say. They weren't the best when they first came out, but they did catch everyone off guard on the quality, and they've just continued to build on their experience over the years. And these days they're generally regarded as one of the top, if not the top. Got some really good news today, though. Very exciting. Not Boeing news, but well, actually, some Boeing news as well. So we'll be doing that news pretty soon. Maybe after our next landing and takeoff. But yeah, there's some really, really cool announcements. A big announcement, actually, as well. So we'll look at that soon. But yeah, good old PMGG. I always enjoy flying them. And I like the 737 generally. I like the Boeing Air cockpit layout. Just something kind of stylish about it, I guess is the best way I can put it. That's why I'm so excited for the Bluebird Simulation 757. I think that's just going to be fantastic. I was a big fan of the Level D 767 for Flight Simulator 2002-2004. It was 2004, I should say, which was absolutely exceptional for at the time. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that kind of quality again. Especially in the 757-767 Common Cockpit, which has a lot of roots, grandfather ancestry for like some of the newer planes, like the 777, look very similar to that, with a bit more automation. The 787 obviously is a bit of a detachment. It's kind of gone its own direction, but then it doesn't have a pneumatic system, so that's kind of why you get to that point. Well, Mrs. Tippy's not wasting any time catching up, that's for sure. Right behind us. I'm getting into a little bit of cloud here. Yeah, it's debatable whether Nick's going to make it today. He's probably lying there thinking, sleep, get up, sleep, get up. Yeah. But anyway, we'll be up for a couple hours, so he's got plenty of opportunity to join in. I'll tell you what you could do, Mrs. Tippy. Just ping him in the background saying, we're still happy for him to join. Even if he just comes on for a quick chat. He doesn't have to fly with us today. It's up to him. He's probably still sleeping. Yeah, probably. Well, I'm only 4 hours ahead of you guys right now because our clocks haven't changed, so it should be easier for him. But our clocks do change tonight, and then it goes back to 5 hours. Well, Eastern Standard Time. I know he's not quite Eastern, but you already messaged him in Discord, did you? Okay. Oh, I don't have any. Turn up the lights here. There we go. That makes a bit of difference. Makes it a little easier. And then after we get it, we'll land at the next airport, and then we'll turn on the smoke system, make good use of that. Hopefully, we've got a little bit of terrain to play in today. I haven't really looked at the route in terms of if there's mountains or anything like that. Look at that water. Ooh. Okay, guys, I'm just going to grab coffee. Is it coffee time? Is it coffee time? That's the question. I think it might be. So I am going to grab some coffee. I'll be right back. Always lovely an excuse to use this.
I'll be back.
Grab a coffee. I'll be right back with you guys. See you in a bit. Okay. Oh, just leave the camera off for a second. I gotta adjust something. Let's see, where are we then? Still wee ways to go. So we'll probably do the news about there, I would say. Coffee time, good idea? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Coffee! Here's to the coffee. Can't even see land. Oh, we can. Look in the distance. What I want to do, so we're going to land at this first airport, guys, and what we'd like to try and do is a little bit of formation flying, if you guys are up for it. So we'll go a bit slower. You guys get as close to me as you can, and we'll turn on the smoke system. Just for an added challenge. Let's give that a go. Our speed at the moment. I mean, we are ripping. We're about 155 knots. You don't have smoke? It's okay. I think Mrs. Tippy and I have smoke, so. Oh, actually, is my ground speed indicated? No. I'll be somewhere. Well, if anybody can tell me what my ground speed is. I think Valenta might. If anybody can see me on Valenta. $153, there it is. 153 knots ground speed. There's an island over there as well. There must be a lot of boats, I would think, in the Philippines. There must be a heck of a lot of like ferry traffic and cargo traffic between all the different islands. I did see that VFR map as well. Nighthawk posted a link to a VFR map in the pub freeware. Didn't have time to check it out today, but I'm probably gonna look at that again because it might be useful. Excuse me. Just so we can see where we are. And apologies in advance if Nick can't make it today, guys. He's a hard-working guy. I suspect he probably pulled a late one last night working on some aircraft. If it's anything like what he usually does. I got some nice screenshots in here too, so let's take a look at those. Pilots assemble. This one is from Nighthawk. I like this one. That's good. Very cool. And Nighthawk's got an absolute cracker of Mississippi's plane. Look at this. He was up late last night? Yeah, I thought it might have been. Look at that. Look at the gleam on that thing. What a beast. That's quite a good one too. Like, look at this shot. Wow. Oh. 2 seconds, guys. Put my headphones out. Yeah, Nighthawk, you got a talent, right? You got an absolute talent there. Okay. Oh, that's gone into map mode for some reason. Sim Fanatic had a late members only stream. Oh, right. Was that what he was doing? Something to do with Sim Fanatic. What's that, dude? An ashtray. It's an ashtray, I think. Oh, days passed, eh? Days passed. I can't imagine anything worse smoking on a small airplane. Ugh. It's a guy I'm not familiar with, actually, Sim Fanatic. Look him up. Oh, okay. There's his channel. Reasonably successful simmer. Oh, he does a lot of reviews, does he? Okay, I'll subscribe to him. If anybody's regularly talks to him, just say that he's got my attention, and I'm a new subscriber. Very interested. I'll definitely check him out. Don C passed away earlier this week. Ah, okay. So the Sim Fanatic team was doing practice formation stream for Memorial and Force. Oh, that is really good. Very cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Great guy. Yeah. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah. Let him know. That I said hi. I do have a personal announcement as well. I was hanging with the guys on the virtual airspace in Discord yesterday, listening to Sky Blue Radio, and I am on the verge of announcing a new 6-episode season, which will be happening late spring. Nothing officially confirmed as yet. But yes, I will be returning to the Sky Blue airwaves, and they are, of course, a great sponsor for Positive Rate. And if you haven't heard of Sky Blue Radio for any bizarre reason, here's a link for you.
Sky Blue Radio.
Go check them out. Absolutely fantastic. It's the only world-dedicated aviation station. And flight simulation. Great bunch of guys, some great music. Oh, everyone's catching up. Ish. I've lost Johnny again. Oh, no, he's over there. Let's see. Wow, this is a long leg, isn't it? How fast? I'm going 155 knots. But I've got real world weather on. Let me turn the real world weather off, actually. That might help. Because I think I'm fighting a headwind. That's probably what's slowing me down a bit. Or I'll go few clouds weather. That's what I'll do. That might give me an improved... that's giving me another... Nah, it's not really helped, actually. Not really helped that much. I might push it a bit, just see how... let's take her up to 180. Definitely in the yellow territory here, but hopefully she's alright with that. Gonna stabilize. Just back off the throttle a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. Alright, that'll do. It will shake. Yeah, it's shaking a little bit. Not too bad. I'll suffer it for this first leg just so we can get to the island. Johnny says, I apologize for not being here for a while. Hours have changed and sadly your schedule conflicts with that. No, Johnny, I totally understand, mate. I mean, I have had requests to do a Thursday night stream again, so I am thinking about it. Unfortunately, the evening streams don't work for a lot of the people who are flying today because they work. They would be working during the day, so I don't want to lose anybody, and I really do cherish our Saturday morning streams. We got a nice little family here that we fly around with that we're slowly growing, hopefully. Yeah, it would be nice to get back to the Thursday streams because I know there's a lot of the British guys and European-based viewers don't really have an opportunity to participate, or they just generally don't on Saturdays. So we'll definitely consider that. You might switch planes, okay. Into your little hot rod that you usually fly around. That's probably what you're going to use, is it? So I am indicating 180. Volanta says my ground speed is now 160 knots. So I mean, even now I'm still fighting some sort of headwind. Well, that's a new thing. I've never seen Volanta do that before. I'm getting this diversion detected. Set Lagaz as new destination. Sure, let's do that. What does that do? Nothing. I tried to put in the text route, but it just was. Well, it's there. You can see it, but it's just not. It's either confused or just no idea of how to render it. So that's okay. It is what it is. Okay, I think we're going to take a little bit of time here, so let's do the news now. And then we can focus on flying after. So guys, it is time for the news. Yes. CSS. This is really cool. Their Boeing 737 Classic systems are ready. Hype, hype, hype. How's that for hype, eh? If you're a fan of 737, this is probably going to be really exciting. I am actually quite up on board for this. It's basically a smaller screen, so it's still got some glass cockpit elements. But it's very much akin to like the Avro RJ that I've been flying around. You know, it's much smaller, and it's got a lot of the historic gauges too. It was a big staple default aircraft if people think about that far back to Microsoft 2000, Microsoft 2002. Obviously, the fidelity of the default aircraft wasn't particularly impressive, but it looked great. And I'm actually considering this for the stream as well. They're going to be doing the 300 and 400 version now. It's a 400 that I'm particularly close to, so I'd be very interested in that. And of course, the 500 was the last variant that they did before what they call the NG, the new generation 737, which is not the current generation, but the previous generation to the MAX series, back when Boeing used to make good airplanes. Now they're doing subscription? I don't know what that is. That I didn't quite understand. Unique sales model, which involves a subscription system. In other words, you pay for the subscription if it expires, the aircraft system cease to be active. So this is an interesting way to approach it. So you can pay $5. Well, it's brilliant, Johnny. It's brilliant. Because I think, having not done this, they would say, look, it's $120. This is what we feel we need to charge to recover our prices, right? Now, they know a lot of people automatically will say, no, I'm not touching that, right? And the only way that they can convince people to spend that kind of money is for people to actually experience their product. Now, $5 for 30 days to try out an airplane, would I pay that? Yeah, absolutely I would. To see if I like it, and if I really like it, but maybe I'm a bit short of cash, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll dedicate some time to this. I think $50 for 365, I think it's a little bit steep, considering that you can get an outright purchase from PMDG. But, you know, let's see what it is. But I think this in particular is very intriguing to me, because this is going to get a lot of people trying their product for a modest price. It could backfire on them. I'm not disagreeing it could backfire, because that is pretty steep price, right? And those are, you know, P3D prices back when there were a lot fewer players, a lot less people in the market. You know, it's a lot of money. You really have to have a pretty awesome product to be able to justify it. But if it's good, maybe people will pay it. If I get in and I think, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing in the world, would I pay the $120? Probably not. I'd probably wait for a sale. Would I pay $5 to try it out? Absolutely. Yeah, I'd totally do that. So I'm automatically a customer, even if I don't get the full subscription, right? I will be a customer of theirs, and that's a big deal. And plus, once they got your email address, they can send you promotions. You know, so it's an interesting approach. I really couldn't say how it's going to work out for them, but I'm intrigued. I think it may just work. It may just work. Anyway, Flying Fries, I love that name. Flying Fries has announced a Gabriel BK-160. I'm not particularly familiar with this airplane, but it looks like an absolute beast. And it looks like they've also spent a lot of detail on this to try and get it looking as good as possible. Obviously a high-performance plane of some description. It's a very reminiscent of the Takana to me, but look at that. Oh, it looks like the Bat plane. But it looks really good. I'm kind of intrigued. It looks like more of a modern cockpit structure as well. It's almost like an X-Wing, isn't it, when you're in the cockpit there? And it's also a two-seater front and back, which is something you don't see very often anymore. I suspect this was intended initially as either a military trainer or possibly like a reconnaissance aircraft of some description, but it looks cool. I mean, it just is so stylish. It looks really awesome. Yeah, there you go. It maybe a bit more of a military kind of look to it. I'm intrigued. I've never heard of Flying Fries. I've never heard of the Gabriel, but they've got my attention. Problem you have a monthly sub is it's great until they decide to raise it. Well, yeah, but then, you know, at their own peril, right? If they decide to raise it and people just drop off, I mean, ultimately they don't want the monthly sub. What they want is for people to shell out the full 120. That's what they're after, right? But they know they're not going to get that if that's the only option that people have. So they needed some sort of taster entry point. It's kind of like what PMDG does with the 737-600. I mean, would that be my first choice for the 737? No, I would go for the 800, but the 800 is about 70 quid or $80, right? But whereas you can get the 737-600, it's got all the same systems, gives you a taster of what the PMG experience is like, and it for half the price. And a lot of people have gone for that. And people who have gone for that have then gone on to purchase, you know, the 800 or the 900, etc. So we'll see what happens anyway. Didn't TTM feature this aircraft on one of his 180s? Oh, okay. Oh, don't know. Don't watch his streams, so... Anyway, moving on. This is big, very big. Because as we need another Airbus in our life, right? But this is actually a pretty big deal. Fenix has announced that they're doing a Neo. This is a really, really big deal for people who like the Neo. I'm a big fan of the Neo myself. I mean, the CEO figured out it is what it is. But the fact that they're now adding the Neo to their mix, and I would assume 2024 compatibility is pretty big. It's because everyone trusts them. Everyone knows they put out good products. It will be probably regarded as the biggest, well-regarded Neo available for both simulators. So, and all, kudos to Fly-by-Wire. They do a fantastic job for freeware, but everybody admits that Fenix is just that, that touch higher, that higher bar. So to see that coming out with the Neo series is very exciting, and they're saying it is a bit of a rebuild, actually. They'll also be featuring both the LEAP and the GT, the geared turbofan engines, so that would be, the LEAP is, I can't remember which one's what, it's CFM LEAP, and then Pratt & Whitney geared turbofan 1000G series. So that's cool. You'll be able to pick both engines. Hopefully that's going to be reflected in the sounds and the noise of the engines as well, which would be pretty cool, because the geared turbofan does sound considerably different than the LEAP. In fact, it's got a howl. It's when it first spools up, it kind of does this. Anybody that's seen an Airbus 220 will know, because it uses the same engine. But anyway, that's really, really cool. If you like touring around the countryside in Britain, and you want to see how us Scots kept about, those blasted Romans and all the rest of them, well, you can get Hadrian's Wall and put that in the sim, which is really cool. I don't know if we have any more pictures. There it is. It gives you a rough idea what it looks like. Very neat. And it was actually, of course, it wasn't built by Scots to keep Romans or English out. It was built by the Romans to keep the Scots out. Because they sent a few squadrons up to Scotland, got their ass severely kicked and evaporated. Good swaths of army were just disappearing into the forest and not coming back ever. And thought, right, we don't like this place, so we're just gonna put a wall there now. So that's pretty cool. You can go check that out. Flight Log Analyzer 2.0. So this is this looks at your flight history. And you can group it and do all sorts of things, do a report, gives you all sorts of dashboarding kind of stuff to it. Some people might be interested, I don't know. Maybe if you want to show off some bragging rights about the things that you do in the flight, the routes you fly, this is probably something for you. So you can go check it out. See if we can find out where it is. But that's pretty cool. I mean, it gives you historic maps and things like that. Where do you get it? 15-day free trial. And it's on the website, Flight Login Analyzer. There you go. Aerosoft CRJ. Ooh, Aerosoft. The CRJ V2 has been delayed until April 1st. Now, it has been featured on a few streams. I've noticed XP72's tried it out. I believe EasyJet Sim Pilot has demoed it, A330 Pilot. Everybody seems to be saying the same thing. It looks great. It's a little bit weird to fly, but it definitely seems like an improvement from the original version 1. The good thing about it is 22-24 compatible. I was, of course, very excited when this first came out for Microsoft Flight Simulator years ago because it was the only high fidelity airline that we had in the payware market at the time. They were first to market and therefore got a lot of attention. I did actually like the plane, I must admit, but I drifted away from it, obviously, with fly-by-wire and PMDG as other things came along, and I've never really looked back. So, without a lot of reflection, I have to ask myself, why did I do that? I suspect part of it was, it just didn't have that refinement that a lot of the newer stuff did. This seems to have a bit more refinement. It's still a bit weird on the flight model. That's why I'm seeing there's a lot of like over-exaggerated pitch control and things like that. But generally, people are saying it's not bad at all. And the really cool thing is, if you had the V1, you get the V2 absolutely free, all the variants, regardless of what you bought the first time, and it's going to be directly importable into 2024. So kudos to CRJ or to Aerosoft for that. I think that's a fantastic way. The fact that they're offering it free is really amazing to anybody who bought the V1. It's a huge thank you and a show of appreciation for previous clients. I think in this day and age, some of the bad heat that Aerosoft's been getting, I think it's a very wise move because it will hopefully win back a little bit of trust and a little bit of appreciation. But yeah, will we be flying it on the stream? Absolutely. Absolutely. I am a V1 owner. I will be definitely trying this out on stream, and we'll save it for one of our regional hops and see how it performs. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Flight Sim Expo, it's heating up. There is actually a live stream for this in 9 hours. So if you look for FS Expo, it's an announcement for all the exhibitors. I don't know what the announcement's going to be, if they're actually having some exhibitors come on and talk about stuff, or if it's just like a guy reading off a list. But looks like it's going to be pretty big. Of course, if you're unfamiliar with it, this is an annual exhibition. I believe it's in Las Vegas. Is it still in Las Vegas this year? It doesn't tell me. Oh! I know that voice. Guys.
Sorry, I'm late.
That's okay. Nick, you are now live on the air. A big hello to Nick from Hangar Studios 713. How you doing, mate?
Pretty good, bud.
Excellent. I'm so glad you came along.
That snooze button worked a little too good today.
No worries. Just one more article to do, Nick, on the news, and we'll get back to the normal. Last thing to talk about, UFK has announced an Airbus steering console. The steering tiller, for steering the plane. Great. Awesome. Oh, it's a 1-to-1 replica. Now, look at the size of this thing, though. It's huge. For tiny little. Now, yes, I understand that it's meant to mimic the real plane, but guys, come on. I don't need. It's got a floor light on it as well. I guess if you're making, for cockpit builders, this is probably a godsend, right? For the average guy like me who just wants it tiller controlled, no, I don't think. Hopefully, there's a way you can kind of disassemble it. I don't know, but this is it's huge. I mean, look. I don't know. Maybe it works well as a side stand. You could use it as a night table. That's probably what I would do with it. Anyway, it's cool. It's authentic. I get it. Some people will think this is absolutely amazing. Personally, I don't think it's particularly practical. I think if they had an option where you could scale it down a bit in case you didn't have your own cockpit, that might have been better. Anyway, that's the news today, guys. We'll get right back to regular ops. Oh, sorry, Nick. Thank you. How? So your snooze button worked a little too well, did it?
Yes, dude. I was up late last night. Sim Fanatic had me up till 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I heard about that.
He had a member that passed away, so they were having.
Yes, right. Okay, yes. Mississippi actually put me on to that, or was it Johnny? I can't remember if he said it. You'll be there. You hope to be able to make it too. Now you were saying it's in Rhode Island. Strangely, Johnny, Rhode Island is an intriguing proposition for me. That's a relatively easy place for me to get to from Scotland. I say relatively because I'm still going to have to do land somewhere first, likely Newark. The only thing that puts me off, and Nick, if I'm being completely honest here, there's a lot of Canadians having bad experiences going into the States right now.
Oh yeah, why is that?
Getting hassled at immigration. There was one guy, well, certainly from Europe as well. There was a guy from Europe who got detained for 4 days because they searched his social media and found an anti-Trump post on Facebook and decided that he was a suspect or a person of interest. So I don't know how true or false it is in the grand scheme of things. I don't know, but some of these are actually confirmed cases where the American immigration is, shall we say, taking maybe a bit of liberty in terms of how they've been treating tourists, and a lot of people over here are really not particularly keen on traveling to your great country, mate.
Yeah, well, you'll have that. There are certain times whenever United States buckles up, and this is probably one of those times.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, but we won't dwell on that. I am really intrigued about the Rhode Island location though, because that's a lot closer to me. Las Vegas is just I always found it just a little bit too far for me to go and very expensive. Whereas I feel like Rhode Island would be a lot less expensive for me to get to, and certainly anybody coming in from Europe. And on that note, you'll probably see a bigger representation from studios like Just Flight, Aerosoft, and various that are European based. So, are you heading to that yourself, Nick?
Yes, sir. This will be the first time I've ever gone.
That's cool. I think we overflew our airport, didn't we? Yes, we did.
No, you have a magenta line.
Yeah, it's just not flying on it unless I turn the autopilot off somehow. Oh, the nav's off. That's why.
How you liking the L17?
Oh, it's awesome. We've missed that first airport, so I'm just going to continue on course to the next one. We'll do a landing there, guys. So that will put us at Romeo Papa Victor India. Let's see if we can get this guy back on course here. Yep, there we go. We got nav capture now. Yeah, it's good. I'm kind of this flight plan's a bit long, so I'm pushing it a bit harder than it should be, but I might slow it down now.
Are you in 2020 or 2024?
2020 today. Yeah. We did a 2024 stream last week. I was flying the Just Flight RJ Avro RJ, and had catastrophic frame rate crash on takeoff, and a catastrophic frame rate crash on landing, which really upset the stream. I think I've solved the problem, but at the time it was really upsetting, to be fair. Having said that, even now I'm seeing a little bit of bump there, but it seems to be stabilizing. I think 2024. I think we still got a bit of work to do. That's my only thought. What are you working on anyway? Can you tell us?
Oh yeah, I'm working on the Scout, and then I'm working on another project that I'm under NDA that I can't talk about. But it's
right, that's right. Sorry,
manufacturer.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then after those two are done, down the pipeline is the Turbine Legend.
The Turbine Legend. Oh, right. Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
It's a little out of my wheelhouse, but I'm spreading my wings a little bit here and there,
Well, I guess it's if you don't have a project to challenge you, if you don't have a project to challenge you, you never learn anything, right?
The Scout's giving me something different that I've never done before. It's gonna have a float variant.
Okay. Yeah.
And then it's also gonna have two different size wheels. It's gonna have the 26-inch wheels and the 35-inch wheels.
That's cool. Is that generally used as a bush?
Alaskan bush?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That sounds awesome. Sounds awesome. We'll have to. You have to let us know, and we'll give it some press on our side as well.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Right now I think I have 4 liveries done for it already.
Oh wow.
It's coming along. And then not only is it going to have those 3 variants with the wheels and the float, it's also going to have the same, just like the Super Decathlon, where it'll have the analog panel, and then it'll have the 2 different glass panels too, the 430 or the 650.
That sounds awesome.
All told, it's going to have 9 variants.
So is this going to be your first glass cockpit then?
No, the Super Decathlon was my first glass cockpit.
Okay, is that the one I don't have?
I hope not. If you don't, I should get it to you.
Yeah, no, because I think we've really enjoyed the Bravo so far. So yeah, I'd certainly be keen to try out the other one. Yeah, just ping me a message behind the scenes then. We'll try and pick that up on our next generally aviation flight.
Yeah, 100%.
Apart from that, how you been?
My bad. Yeah, pretty good. I think I have a bit of a cough, a cold.
Is it changing seasons? What kind of temperatures are you getting there right in the moment?
It must be, because I was fine till yesterday. I started having a little tickle,
Yeah. Well,
but other than that, I'm fine.
Well, I'm glad you could make it finally. I figured you might be a bit delayed this morning, but you had every fighting chance to be on time, because the time difference is actually less, as I mentioned on chat, because our clocks go back. Our clocks go forward later, right?
Right now.
Yeah. No, it's all good. So yeah, you do sound like you're a little bit under the weather. That's for sure. Just enjoying the countryside right now.
What server are you on?
North Europe. If you want to meet us at Romeo Papa Victor India. And we will see you there. We're all going to be landing there. Oh, I still got my hydraulics.
What? Say that again.
Romeo Papa Victor India.
Okay.
Should be there hopefully in about 10 minutes or so.
Try saying that airport name 3 times fast.
No.
I can't even. It's only YOLO.
Oh yeah. Probably a bit more on the Filipino side than the Spanish side, I would say. I mean, it's funny. Philippines is a weird place because there's a lot of Spanish names as well, right?
That's one place I've never been in the world.
I've never personally been there, but I have a lot of friends who are from there, if that makes any sense. But they speak a dialect called Tagalog. Tagalog is a Filipino version of Spanish, but it does have its own kind of dialect and words. The Super D is fun. Oh, the Super Decathlon. Super Decathlon, Johnny, I think this is Tippy's referring to. So I'm just thinking Providence, Rhode Island. What would be the best way to get to Providence? I'd have to fly probably just initially
probably New York.
Probably, yeah, New York. I was thinking that.
Or Philly. Depends on what airline you're on.
There's a lot more choice for me flying to New York. Especially directly from Edinburgh. I think that's the big difference. I can definitely get a direct flight from Edinburgh to New York, which makes it a bit more appealing. Otherwise, I got to fly through like Heathrow or something like that. So, oh, I see you. You just appeared on my horizon.
Oh, cool.
Is that on Xbox, the Super Decathlon? Yes, it is, Johnny. Yep. That's one thing that Nick has particularly put focus on, is making sure all of his products are available for Xbox users just the same as they are for PC users. So yeah. You could take the Amtrak to Providence. How long would that take? Amtrak's not known for its speed, is it? I mean, if the internal flight was cheap enough, I'd probably just get a hop from New York, get a connection into Providence. A couple hours, it is not. A couple hours isn't too bad. How would I? Is there? I guess it depends what airport you land at, but how close is that to the trains, or do you have to kind of get like transit into Grand Central first and then get the train out of there? Is that how that works? I'd have to have a thing. I probably, with all things considered, it's probably easier to just get like an internal regional flight. Plus, if I got the rare opportunity to fly on like a SAB 340 or something like that, that'd be brilliant. But I think they're all retired now.
Yeah, you could just get on. Depends on what airline you're on. Like if you're on American or Delta or whoever has a hub up that way, that'd be the easiest way. Because if they have a hub in New York, heck, it'll go anywhere,
Yeah.
And more than not, it's not going to be like an Airbus going. It's going to be
It'll probably be a
jet.
Yeah. Probably a MD-80.
Yeah.
I think there's still quite a few of those flying at the moment, isn't there? I'll tell you what. Actually, if it was Delta, there's a good chance it'd be a C series Airbus 220. That would be cool. So I'd have to fly on an American airline. Yeah, so I'd have to fly with an American airline to get on a European plane that was actually built by Canadians. If that makes any sense at all. I see Mrs. Tippy up ahead of me and Nighthawk and Johnny behind me, so we're going to land at this next airport. I tried to pronounce it too, I can't, so I'm not going to try. Again. We're getting a little bit of hills here. I might do a little bit of playing. Shall we get our smoke system on? Let's see this airplane do its stuff. Keep the speed up though. Maybe take it back a little bit. And there we go. Nice little swoop in the valley there. Oh wow, look at this. Now we're getting it. A little bit of pop in, but that's okay. Frames seem relatively stable. That plane is shaking. That's because I'm going way too quick. Back off the throttle a heck of a lot. Mr. Tippy, how you doing, mate? How are you doing?
So what airport you leaving from? Edinburgh or no?
Yeah, it'd be Edinburgh, yeah.
Edinburgh.
Shall I say it? I'll say it in the most Scottish way possible I can. Edinburgh.
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 What's the aircraft identifier?
It is
ICAO
Echo. Why am I diving here? I gotta make sure I don't crash the plane. It's Echo Golf Papa Hotel. think it's just called Edinburgh International. It's not like a specific name or anything like that. Eolo, says Johnny. Eolo. Eoilo. Okay, that kind of helps.
E-I-E-I-O? What?
Yeah. Mr. Tippy says, was wide awake at 3 a.m. Fell back to sleep around 5. Oh, yeah. That used to happen to me a lot. I've been not as bad lately. I've been able to get... I've been going to bed sometimes late, but I've been able to sleep through the night. Whereas... I'm thankful I don't really travel on business anymore, but whenever I traveled on business, and I'm staying in hotels, which I hate hotels, I'd fall asleep and go to bed about like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, reasonable time, wake up at 2 in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, absolutely wide awake, and then just end up watching TV and then falling asleep about 5 o'clock, and then the alarm going off at like 6:30, and this used to go on all the time. It drove me up the wall. I never got a proper night's sleep, but I don't do well in hotels at all. That's why I'd rather, if I'm staying in accommodation, Nick, I'd rather get like an Airbnb or rent a cottage or something like that, where you just got like your own little space. And rest assured, whenever I'm staying in hotels, I'm always located next to or nearby the loudest guest you can possibly think of, who slams their door going in and slams their door going out. I'm always a little bit careful and considerate of others when I'm leaving my hotel room, because the doors are obviously on a spring and they will slam shut if you don't do it gently. And most people I think are like that, but I'm always next to the guy who doesn't care about it, and it's like, you're going to sleep and they're coming in late and you hear the door slam and it wakes you up, and then they're getting up in the morning because they can't go 6 hours without eating a raw animal or something like that, so they're going down for breakfast and they're slamming the door first thing in the morning. And I don't like hotels. So anyway, I think I'm dragging on a bit here.
All right, I found one for you. Wow, they really bring you all over the world to just get the Providence Rhode Island.
Oh, is it like a multi-hop?
Yeah, you gotta go from Edinburgh to Atlanta to
Atlanta.
Providence.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What about if I flew? Yeah. What if I flew?
That's the cheapest one. There's multiple options, but that one's the cheapest.
That's the cheapest.
On Woodman's, anyways.
No, I just wondered if I flew into Halifax, Canada first. I went from Halifax. Is there a direct flight to Providence from Halifax? Or even Montreal? Because we got some exciting news in Edinburgh. It's starting in June. Air Canada is now going to be flying direct flights between Edinburgh and Montreal. The only problem is any flights.
Oh yeah, it's much cheaper, but I don't know what the flight to Halifax would be. It's only $619 if you.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
And there's one stop in Philly, so
that's all right. That probably could work. I can get to Halifax pretty easily.
American Airlines, and then
WestJet. I think
American Eagle.
Yeah, between Edinburgh and Halifax will probably be WestJet, and then on from Halifax, American. Okay, that sounds good.
Then they have another one that is United, operated by Air Canada Express.
Oh yeah, because they code share, don't they?
And that one actually gets you there at a decent hour, like 2 in the afternoon instead of 8:30 at night. So you can actually
that's
enjoy
not
it.
bad. Yeah.
Get you there on Friday.
Mr. Tippy
I was
says,
looking at mine the other day with hotel. It's only like $400. I was like, oh, that's cheap.
$400. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Or is this where the exhibition actually is?
Yeah, and well, it was $400, but that was with the flight too. So
that was with the flight. Oh no, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that's really good.
Like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really good.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going this year. Because Vegas last year,
Oh, Vegas
would
is
have cost me
expensive.
almost $2,000.
Well, I think that's possibly why they've shifted out of Vegas. I mean, there is no doubt that Vegas is king when it comes to hosting conferences. But, I mean, you're going to pay for the privilege, right? And I'm not a gambler anyway, so I didn't have any particular interest in Vegas apart from I really want to see the Sphere. But again, like you said, it was just way too expensive for me.
Yep.
Mr. Tippy says, I was working in the Muskokas last 2 weeks. Yeah, that's right. And we're doing 14 to 16 hour days. Oh my God. So now that you're home, you need to try to get it back into proper sleeping habits. Yeah.
Hey, I'll be back in 1 minute.
No worries. Johnny says, dude, it'd be really cool if he could make Expo. I don't think you'd... No, I'd love to go. The thing is, and it's not that I'm unknown, right? Maybe not in the general public sense, but a lot of people at that conference will know who I am, and I know them. So, you know, it's not like I'd be going to... for the first time not knowing anyone. You know, I'll probably know a good 50 people, which would be really, really exciting. But hopefully they do one Toronto one year. Well, I'd definitely be there for that. Although Toronto is very expensive to stay in. Having said that, I wouldn't necessarily need to stay in Toronto. Or at least if I did, I'd probably I have friends that I could possibly stay with. Anyway, here we go. We're gonna just realize you slow everything down again. Props to full. I'm just gonna bleed off some speed. See if we could set this down nice and tender. Okay, gear can come down. Love that gear. First stage of flaps is out. And second stage there. Right down to 100 knots, we'll just bring a little bit of throttle in. We don't want to drop too low. Smoke system can come off as well. Smoke. There we go. Okay. A bit more prop, a little bit low. A little bit of back trim too, just to level it out a bit. I'm fighting the stick a little bit too much. There we go. That feels better. Corrections. And this is a pretty big airport. Nice and stable. Everything's looking good. Landing configuration. Little correction to the center line there. Okay, we're ignoring the pappies now. Just looking for that touchdown marker. Nice big long runway, so we got plenty of time. But we'll always aim for the touchdown point if we can. And we'll just back off that throttle. We'll hold that horizon. Hold that horizon. Hold that horizon. 74 feet per minute. Okay, a little bit touchy in the rudder here, so I don't want to get too much. And I can see everyone parked up over there, so let's see if we can make that turn. Just have to do a bit of a backtrack. There we go. I can see Nighthawk coming in. Should we try and get him? Let's try and get him on the drone camera. Might miss him. Oh, we'll just get him as he's coming in. He's got smoke system on as well.
Okay, I'm back.
Perfect. Just we're just coming into the apron. That look good. Oh, I like the paint scheme on Nighthawk's airplane. That looks cool. All right. Okay, let's go quickly line up at the apron then. Where was I? I'm just gonna cut across the grass. Actually, I'm gonna do that thing, Mississippi, that I never do. The one thing I am waiting to hear about, Nick, is there's rumors of a possible return of the British Flight Sim Exo again, which is mainly operated by Just Flight, but of course open to all companies. And that's typically been held at I think Cosford Air Force Base, but might not be this time. But yeah, they're still thinking about it. But that was a victim of COVID lockdowns initially, and it just never came back, unfortunately. So I'll definitely be going to the British one if that's happening. Look at this beautiful line of planes here. What's it like, Nick, when you see all of your Navions lined up like this?
It's fun. It's good to see people having a good time.
There's a screenshot now.
With a somewhat
Nick,
inexpensive plane.
That's it. That's it. Nick, hopefully you're getting some good screenshots. Nick, or not Nick, Nighthawk. Nighthawk takes some amazing screen grabs.
Oh, cool.
So that's fantastic. Okay, guys. Nighthawk. I'm just going to do a quick field check here. Yes, 10%. That's probably not going to cut it for the next one. Be up to 85. Nick, if you want to lead the pack, we'll roll out to the runway and take off behind you.
Okay.
Actually, well, we're going to try and do some formation flying. So, Nick, if you just take us out to the runway, but everyone do it in sequence. So, see if I can see who's who. So, Mrs. Tippy, you follow Nighthawk. Johnny, you follow Mrs. Tippy. I'll follow Johnny, and Nick, you follow me.
Okay.
This is going to be cool, though. I just want to see these planes slowly peel out.
What's the next airport we're going to?
We'll be going to Romeo Papa Victor Bravo. What is the TNAV? I'm not sure. Actually. Oh, it's a twin Navion. Twin Navion, yeah.
Cam Air 480.
That one I think I do have.
You have the Navion B?
I'd have to check. I'll do a.
If not, I'll get you that one in the Super.
Yeah, I'll do the. I'll do a quick catalog check after the stream, and I'll ping you a message. So.
We'll get you the whole catalog.
Cheers, Nick. Thanks. Well, you know I love showing it off.
I never thought I'd have 4 planes in the sim, and after this year, I'll probably have double that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, Nighthawk, we're just waiting on you to roll out. Yeah, they're all good aircraft. Hey, Brett! Brett! How you doing, Brett? Big hello to Brett down under there. Otherwise, if Mrs. Tippy's getting ready to go. Oh, there he goes. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to watch these guys peel out. There. I think Johnny's next. Possibly, hopefully. There goes Johnny. We'll see if we can get a bit of formation going. We've got 2 Bravos with the smoke system. I think are you flying the Bravo with the smoke system, Nick?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll have three smoke systems.
I'm in the what livery is this? The U.S. Coast Guard livery.
Oh, cool. Okay, getting ready to our formation takeoff here. Oh, this Tippy's slid somewhere. Oh, sorry, you're gonna come over your wing there. Okay, smoke system on. Nick, after you roll out and we'll follow.
Alrighty. Smoke on. Now nobody can see taking off. Fighting some wind on this.
Yeah, same.
Looks like we gotta do that.
Okay, I'm gonna form on your wing. Nick, maybe you can aim for about 140 knots.
Okay. I'm doing. What altitude we at here? I'll level off at 3,000.
Okay.
That way I'll. Excuse me. That way I'll be able to get to that 140. Yeah, I blew by 140. Let me trim it back a little bit here. I think I trim it a lot. Wow. This thing just wants to go.
It does. It's got a lot of up and go.
Now, are we talking 140 miles an hour or 140 knots?
140 knots.
Because the gauge on... Okay, because the gauge in the inside's in miles per hour.
Oh, is it? Well, what? Yeah, 140 then. Yeah. Whatever's indicated on the gauge.
Oh, okay, so... Okay. So I was right.
Yeah, you were right. I mistakenly suggested the wrong thing. Coming in.
Okay. I should be able to keep it at 140 now.
Perfect.
Which is about 125 knots if you're looking at the exterior.
Yeah, something like that.
There we go. I see everybody coming in. Johnny's at the TNAV. And this has got the TNAV.
Yeah, I think we got about two or three TMs and then other 2 or 3 Navions.
Yeah, Mister's got the Navi and Nighthawk's got the Navi. Now that could be the Navion B because they're the same
Same shape.
same code.
Well, the same code, right? I got you.
Yeah. Now I have the Super Decathlon as the BL8, which is what it's supposed to be. But I'm just gonna make the Scout. Because it's also BL8. How about that smoke?
That is cool. If I can just get this to hold attitude for a second, I'm gonna very quickly, look at this.
I have it on autopilot.
Yeah, I do now too, but look at this. This is great. That is cool.
You guys still have your lights on. That's funny. It's showing through the wheel well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Landing lights. Oh.
There you go. It's off now.
Drops down. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. Flying the lead is the easiest job in the world.
Yeah, I'm glad you put me there. I haven't touched anything in like 3 minutes. Excuse me. It should make it easy for you guys though to catch up because I'm literally not touching anything.
Yeah, exactly.
The only thing that would make it different, you know, speed-wise would be the wind. And this plane can handle the wind pretty good. It's a little bit lighter than the Navion B, but for the most part, it's the same plane.
For the record, I'm not paying attention where we're going, so hopefully you're flying to the next airport.
Oh yeah, you told me whatever the next airport was, so I plugged that in. That's
cool.
where it is.
This is great, guys. Fantastic. This is a tight formation, guys. A really, really good job. Brilliant. That's great. Getting tighter as well. There we go. Yay! Corporate pilot, hey! How you doing, Tim? Great seeing the classic GA planes and streams. Yeah, we're having a ball. Absolute blast. That's corporate pilot, Nick. He's an actual Gulfstream 200 pilot.
Yeah, cool. It's always good to see a fellow pilot, aviation enthusiast.
Yeah, we're brushing off the old formation skills today, Tim.
Do you have the PMS 50?
I do. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, if anybody can get external shot of this, that'd be great. It's amazing. It just, shows the general quality of the simmers that are part of our stream. Like, there's a lot of simmers that can't do this kind of stuff. Not this tight. I still want to get a screenshot of this. Well, here's something I didn't think I'd be doing over the Philippines. I just love Nick that we got the Navion and the twins flying together too. That's kind of neat.
Oh yeah, they like to party together.
Oh, this is amazing. Brett says, just need an L17 to complete the set. Do you? All right. Yeah, it's good fun. The smoke. I also. I've said this to Nick before too. I think your smoke system's the best.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. I was saying, Nick, I think your smoke system's the best.
Thank you. Yeah, I think people liked it so much. First-party aircraft developer contacted me about it, and they were like, "Hey, can we have your smoke system?" I said, "Yep, go for it. I don't care. Here, I gave them everything."
Oh, did you?
Heck yeah, they helped me out.
Oh, they helped you.
I wouldn't be here
fair enough,
if it wasn't for them. I'd give them the shirt off my back.
That's cool. That's nice. I like that.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this plane. I got with Simon Tilling, who's the owner of the interior. And he's very meticulous, with his flying. So when he flies, he wears those white leather gloves. So if you look in the glove compartment, I put the gloves in there.
Oh yeah, you showed me that last time, I think.
Yeah, and then the E6B, the sunglasses, and the sectionals, the Easter egg with my hometown, Pittsburgh, is the section.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There. Well, I see a Jaguar coming in.
And then he has that carpet, like everything. The interior of this plane is identical to his. The leather, just how everything's done. It's all to his plane. Even those 3 little dots that are up on top where you can toggle the pilots.
Yeah.
Those are in his plane too. I don't know what they're.
Oh, I stumbled on this early. See, right in front of the pilot, is that an ashtray?
Yes, years ago it was an ashtray, but he turned it into air vents.
Okay.
So that's why if you click on it, you have your tooltips on.
Yeah.
It tells you open left vent, close left vent.
Okay, that's a bit more. I looked at it. I just shook my head. It's like days past it.
Yep. Yeah, they were ashtrays.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're in the L17, Brett. That's right. Comes Nighthawk, Mississippi closing up, taking up the rear now. And it looks like we're turning. We're close to the airport.
Yep, we're over the airport. Should we be landing?
Yeah, we can land.
I was cheating, I admit. Boy, this plane loves to fly. You can put this bad boy in a nice slip. It'll get you down like a ton of bricks.
Overshoot you. Okay, let's see. Where's the airport? That's the question. Behind us. Oh, there it is. I see it. You're out. We're all converging in different directions. Totally not the way you would do it in real life, but it's good fun. That was brilliant. 61 feet per minute, I'll take that. Nighthawk just swooping in over top of me there. Brilliant. Okay, guys, I think we got time for one more leg. Oh, wow, that's some funky design. I think what we'll do is we'll regroup at the end of the runway and get ready for our next leg. And guys, I think this is probably going to be it. Unfortunately, I got a hard stop today. We're quickly approaching the scheduled end. I usually like to hang on a bit longer if we can. Oh, I like that Coast Guard paint scheme's amazing, Nick. I'm getting a really good look at it now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's why I did it. You know, the funny thing is I did the livery before I even looked for the Coast Guard livery. I didn't even know that there was a Coast Guard livery for the L17.
Okay.
In real life. So I found it after the fact, and I was like, wow, I was really close with how I did it.
Okay, I'm going to take lead this time.
Fire it up.
And I'll take up, just waiting for all the guys to line up with us.
Okay. Are we doing a short takeoff?
I can try. I'm gonna set altitude for 2,000, and I'll set for 140 knots. What I do need to check is to make sure we got the next leg, which is correct. So I'll get the autopilot set then, and then hopefully I can get some amazing screenshots of all you guys on formation. Brilliant flight, though. What a lot of fun today. And a huge thank you to everybody that's flying with us today, guys. And I'm actually...
I just had to get my butt out of bed.
It's worth saying, Nick, I've seen some impressive pilots today.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we're always in a good group.
Okay. Johnny, just about ready. We could fly direct to RVPM. This is actually closer. Okay. Alright, let me check that out.
Oh, yeah, it is. I captured it.
Flight plan, RVPM. Is that on the plan anyway?
Yeah, it's the last one.
How do you do direct to on this? I can't remember.
Or hold on, let me see what screen you're on. Go to the big one. It's quicker that way. Just activate leg if you have RVPM selected.
Yeah, I do. Activate leg.
Yeah, just hit activate leg.
Yeah, that's coming from a different direction. That's the only problem.
There you go. You're going straight to it right now.
Am I? Oop.
Unsuspend it, and then it'll show it. Yeah, go down to unsuspend right there. You're in the big map now, right? Yeah. Just hit unsuspend.
Oh, unsuspend, right. Yeah, it's not giving me a direct 2, though.
No, right above the suspend. Hit the
I'll do it from this way.
Now you should have a magenta line to RPVM.
No, I don't. RVPM. RPVM. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh, there it is.
maybe that's why. You had the wrong ones left. Maybe.
Yeah, I can't. There should be a direct 2 function, but I just can't remember how to do it.
Just go to your flight plan.
Yeah. Actually, I could just delete the other waypoints. I suppose that's one way to do it.
Yeah, there you go. Now you're in flight plan. Just go all the way down to the bottom and
We'll just
remove
remove.
RPVM. Then
Yeah.
activate like.
Yeah, I've done that.
No, but you were suspended before. Now you're not.
Yeah, but it's
So hit
the
activate.
problem is there's a waypoint before that, which is not where we are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me remove that.
It'll skip them all and go straight to it.
Where are we now? We're at RV.
You could also do a direct 2.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. A direct 2.
Oh, just hit the direct 2 button on the GTN 650. It's right below the home button. The actual button on the bezel.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
And then just type in your, yeah, there it is. And then hit activate, bottom right.
Bottom right.
You went to type it in.
RV. Have
You already had it in.
I spelled that wrong. I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Reverse the letters. RPVM. Enter. Activate there. Okay, got it. Yay! Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
There you go.
There. Alright, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. Alright, guys. Sorry about the wait. Here we go. Traveling up. Oh, this tippy's already overshot. If 2,000 will be enough, actually. I'm gonna have to go for 3,000, guys. I'm gonna get high as I can, quickly as I can.
Okay.
Good climb rate on this, huh?
Oh yeah, you can climb right at 2,000 feet per minute with this plane, as long as you're not at altitude already.
Yeah, exactly. Just about. Just. Let's hold it there. And nav. We're good. Props back. And we'll get to about 140 knots. Oh, we are going to have to go higher because we're going to hit a mountain. Okay. Spoke too soon. Okay, here we go. Back on course now. Altitude and nav. GPS is tracking. Try and get into 140. Just about. Sorry, John, I saw you trying to help me out with airports there. Missed that. That you do. Okay. Nice and stable, and already we got a couple track in there. So you guys, if you hit hard, you should be able to catch up with me without any difficulty. Sure, I'm not going to hit a mountain. I think I'm good now. Sweet. Wow. I'll take my camera off for a sec just so you guys can see the full thing. I love all the different liveries too today. It's pretty loud. Beautiful countryside there. It's not, I think it was the first time, Nick, that I've actually flown in the Philippines and seen another.
Oh, yeah?
Because we're doing a around the world tour, it's kind of taking us places we haven't even thought about, right? Oh, Tim, no port. Happy streaming says, gotta run, just want to stop in and say hi. Contribute to some extra watch time for Jim. Thank you so much, man. Really good to see you. Take care. Mountain check. what a great job, guys. Looking good. I like being the lead. I could just sit and drink my coffee.
That's why I was like, hey, this is great. I was like,
This is so cool.
Yes!
Everyone's slowly inching forward. Stu, you're off. Thanks, Stu. Thanks for coming along, mate. Great to see you. Have a good one, buddy. Okay, I think probably another 15 minutes and we should be down. Like 4,000 seems like a safe altitude to stay at, but look at this, guys. I just want to take just a minute to look at the beautiful scenery here. Big thank you to Nighthawk for this awesome flight plan. We already get through most of it though, so I think it's worked out pretty well.
yeah, it was a good flight plan. Very scenic.
Nighthawk is you should see all the stuff he gives provides to it as well. It's like there's a whole description document he generates for it. It's almost like a real it's like real life, but it's like he's I rock up on the day to do the stream and I got my dispatch plans and everything all ready for him. He's absolutely incredible. But this thing for me, Nick, I mean, the stuff we do on the stream, I wouldn't have the time to do all this by myself. I just love that it's a group effort.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Loving that. Oh, that's Nighthawk, okay. So the screen right after this L17 Bravo. Awesome. much further to go, guys. Let's get the flight plan here. We are on the way to Lapu-Lapu, will be final destination. Again, we will be taking off from here next week to Brunei. I'll be hopping back into the PMDG 737, so hope you'll join us for that. I love that purple design there on the twin. That must be Mississippi flying that.
The Royal Livery.
Is that?
Royale. I think that's what it's called.
Is that purple or?
Yeah, it's purple and yellow.
Purple.
That seemed fitting. Couldn't be a more fitting meme, a more fitting meme, I should say. Oh man. Okay, let's switch up the music a bit.
What's your favorite livery out of all the ones I have on this plane?
That's a good question, actually. I think I like the one that you flew the first time we were flying together. I can't remember what you called it, but I thought it looked really awesome.
The Army one? The
Yeah.
default one?
No, not the
Yeah,
default one. I
that's
think you were flying.
Simon's.
Was that Simon's? Right. Yeah, I quite like
Yeah.
that. So that's the actual real livery.
Yeah. That's the one I'm autoed it off of.
That's pretty cool.
And then the L17Ds, the one I'm autoed it off of, I believe, is the Air Force one. When I initially did it, I had done it because the only pictures they had of the L17Ds were all black and white.
All right.
This plane's 70 years old. So I didn't realize that the color wasn't black and white, you know what I mean? So when I originally did the livery, I had it in black, and I showed it to Bill, who owns the plane at the museum, and he was like, "No, it's red." I'm like, "What? Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that." Okay. So he sent me pictures of what it really looked like, so I was like, "All right, I'll make sure I get the livery correct."
Sorry, I just did a course correction, just throwing everyone off a little bit.
Where are you going to so I can sync?
Romeo Papa Victor Mike.
No, heading wise.
Oh, heading.
120.
2 seconds.
119.
130. Oh, wait a minute. Is that my... No, is that the track, or is that the... How do I actually see what my heading is?
If you hit menu.
Menu?
screen. And then click on heading sync.
Oh, heading sync. Wait a minute.
Yep, it's right below it. It'll sync your heading.
131.
Sync in. 131. Okay. And then I'll just sync up to you.
Okay.
There, now I'm going in a heading of 131.
Nice.
We should be pretty much next to each other.
Quick.
Yeah, you're a little bit east of me, but that's fine.
Okay.
I'll do the corrections so that I know you're hitting 131. So right now I'll hit like 135 so to get over to you.
Yeah.
And then when I get to you, I'll hit 131. Because I was actually correcting to get to you guys because I was so far to the right of you, I had to correct at 90 just to get to you.
Well,
And then you're like, oh, I'm going to change my direction. I'm like,
no, I was just it was on nav, but it was drifting to the right.
yeah,
So-
because you had set it from direct to. So
Oh, so I did.
where
Yeah,
your
true.
direct to is wherever you're at. That's
Yeah,
where
that's
it's directing you from to instead of doing it from point to point.
Yeah, true.
So it's off just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm going to set it up to 131, and I should follow right in behind you now.
Okay. There we go.
Let's see.
Beautiful.
Showing you at 1,300, so I'll drop it down 200 feet.
There's no pink livery. Yeah. Yeah. She went for purple because there was no pink.
Oh, the misses. I made every plane since I've made the Cam Air all have pink livery, and it's all because of her.
Well, you'll notice every so often Hangar 713 logo comes up on the stream, Nick. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh yeah, cool.
If you see where the
Like where
see where
your
it says
positive rate is
subscribers? No, the bottom left corner.
Okay.
Actually, I can trigger it for you. There we go. Watch it disappear.
I'm watching.
Okay.
There's probably a couple seconds away. There it is. I see it.
Yeah, about 10
Light.
seconds or something like that.
Hey, BMS, cool. Partnered with him on that super decathlon, so everybody can have the
Yeah.
weekends of 50.
Cheers, lovely guy.
decathlons.
Absolutely lovely.
Hey,
guy.
there I are. Cool, thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Nick. Looks like we got big mountains up ahead of us. Okay, autopilot's got to come off. Actually, I think we'll just clear it. Oh, this is gonna be cool though. What a way to finish. Just seeing everyone converge onto the final airport now. Beautiful country. The Philippines has been an absolutely lovely host for swimming this week. And hopefully if you're watching with us and or watching on Restream, you'll see this is a great place to fly around. Lots of beautiful places, lots of airports.
Yeah, now only if we can get everything looking this good in 2024.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to hike up those mountains, so that's for sure. It'd be probably one of these crazy roads where you can get a bus and it's like constantly drifting over the edge of the road on a sheer drop. Brett says that they're just hills until you're standing at the bottom of them and about to walk up. That's right. Exactly. I've heard they're just hills being used before in Scotland, and trust me, some of those hills are pretty damn big. Nice leisurely glide into our final Lapu Lapu. I think that's where we're going, isn't it? Oh yeah. Starting to see some towns and settlements now.
Yeah, that's it. Lapu Lapu.
Lapu Lapu. And then we're off to Brunei next week. And then eventually, possibly Indonesia or Australia, New Zealand. And then life starts to get interesting as we try to figure out how to get back to South America. A lot of islands.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it looks really cool actually. It's I think we're pretty much okay right up until the end. We're probably gonna have to do a long haul, probably for like a 5 or 6 hour flight just to get into Santiago in is it Chile? I can't remember. Oh wow, look at this coming down the valley. Very cool. Nighthawk says there's United Airlines Island Hopper from Guam to Hawaii by 4 flights. Oh, okay. Yeah, Hawaii might be the way to go. Lapu Lapu, ladies and gentlemen. Mrs. Tippy's doing the pathfinding for us, so we'll just watch where she goes. Props to full. Imagine if you could do this in real life. Just take an airplane anywhere you want to in the world and fly around it. Amazing. The thing is, you know, Nick, I appreciate commercial and airline pilots and things like that, and I know they see some pretty cool stuff, but they're always coming into or departing from like a country. It's not the same as when you can grab a GA plane and actually explore the world around you a bit. You can't explore the world from 30,000 feet.
No, you can't. Commercial pilots, they venture to multiple airports. Depends on if they're international or not. I mean, if they're an international commercial pilot, yeah, they're only going from like, they might go from one port, you know, like one main hub to another main hub, and then that hub will take them out to overseas or wherever. That's
right.
it. They're done. You know.
Yeah,
They'll spend 46 hours there, turn around, come back. And that's their whole trip. And then some guys, they'll have like an extension at the end of their trip. They'll stay at their home base again, or not their home base, but another airport.
Okay.
And then they'll head out to like the East Coast or the West Coast or something like that, and then they'll head back. You know, they'll have like they call it a 3-day or a 4-day.
Yeah, like a layover. Yeah.
Depending on where the layovers are. Yeah. It's rare though that the international guys will take that domestic flight afterwards, just because of the amount of hours that they're getting.
Getting a few
flying
stutters here again.
overseas.
See, the stutters are kicking in again. I don't know what causes it. It's so strange.
More than likely, it's the airport. That's always been an issue with 2020.
Could just be object loading as well, I'm not sure. It seems to have stabilized a bit now.
The only reason why I know that stuff is because I was a flight attendant for commercial.
Oh, were you? Okay. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
you were.
my last
yeah.
year I did international, and I held a line. That was fun.
Yeah, I mentioned you'd see quite.
I did London, I did Paris, and I did Frankfurt.
Oh, Frankfurt. Okay. Greaser. Can we get another greaser?
And I got to fly on the 767 and the A330.
I know those
Doing those
airplanes.
flights.
Yeah, I know those airplanes very well. Let's see where everyone's converging here. Turn my smoke system off.
This is going to end real bad. My trim just went nuts.
Oh, did it? How's that?
Yeah. Well, I went to adjust it, and it said, "I don't think so, buddy." It's my controller. We're gonna have to just do this.
I just use button trim, so I don't have a wheel or anything per se.
Yeah, I have a wheel, and it's, I don't know, ever since like 10 updates ago, I just never changed it, never fixed it. Oh, this is so annoying. It takes forever because it puts it at negative 100%. So I sit here for half an hour.
Oh yeah, that
down
makes
on the thing
that's pretty
to
much
get it back to 0.
That's not flyable.
There we go. Yeah, it literally took me like 20 seconds just to get it to 0.
Oh, there we go.
I like this controller though. It's the Velocity 1 light stick.
Oh, the Turtle Beach one.
Yeah, and it does it's perfect for GA.
Yeah, it looks like a really nice stick, actually.
Now, I'd prefer to have the actual yoke as opposed to the stick, but it's got the throttle, it's got the flaps, it's got all the extra buttons.
It's got buttons galore.
Make it do whatever you want.
Oh, that's pretty cool. One in there nice and tight there. Should be some good screenshots today, I would think. Well, Nick, it's been absolutely great to have you on again, man. I really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Sorry I was a little late.
Not at all. Not a problem.
It could have been worse. I could have slept through the whole thing.
No, I'm glad you.
But I had a valid reason. I was up late for
yeah. Of course, quite a quite a nice dedication from the sounds of it as well. I don't know if we got anyone else we're waiting on. Oh, Johnny's coming. Waiting on Johnny then. Got a nice profile shot here. Whose smoke system's still on? Must be you. Oh no, that's I think it's Nighthawk.
I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
Just waiting on Stu, and we will wrap up it. While we're waiting Stu to park, I just want a big thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Tippy, Nighthawk, Stu, who joined us in earlier, Brett Plays, thank you for dropping along today as well and watching, keeping us company, Brett. Johnny Mon, of course, who's just coming into camera shot now. Stu, yeah, I know Stu had to leave, yeah, that's fine. I'm still saying thank you all the same. You don't have a smoke system for yours, okay. Well, it seems to resolve itself, whoever it was then. And of course, Nick from Hangar Studios 713, or B4 Gunner, if you see him in the virtual skies.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming along. And that is it for us, guys. Wishing you all the best. Have a fantastic weekend. And we'll see you next week on our international flight departure from right here to Brunei. Watch for show announcements. We'll see you next time. Once I figure out how to get out of this thing. Take care, guys. All the best.